Hey guys, Grandmaster Griffin here, putting together a new concept called to sense a predator. And one of the things that I'm an 8th degree black belt in Taekwondo and martial arts and kickboxing, and me and a friend of mine, Gary Webster, came up with the concept of putting together a course program. So this is just an introductory talk, just to get awareness up and get some concepts out and about. To sense a predator, and I'm going to put together an acronym called RAPE. Recognition tips, awareness tips, perception tips, and evasion tips. So the ebook is going to be called To Sense a Predator, and one of the things that we're going to put into the concept is what I call emotional self-defense. Being able to understand people's emotional levels and have an identity, and then be able to have actual tools and things to deal with them. The concept I came up with a few years ago, it's called the inner deal. Emotional black belt DNA. What is the inner deal? DEAL. Inside every person, I believe, is a big personality and maybe possibly a smaller personality. And the DEAL stands for driver, expressive, amiable, and logical. So there's 4 personality types, and the driver is what they call an A-type personality, straight ahead, no discounts, no chasers, straight up. What you see is what you get, raw. They're very in your face, they're very opinionated, they're very direct and to the point. I call that person a driver. The second personality of the 4 is called an expressive. An expressive would be like the divas, the Mivas, the center of attention. They're the slam dunk competition winner. They like to be the center of attention. They like to get the party started, or they like to get the party hyped. They don't like to be the first ones at the party, but they usually show up late, and they want to make sure it's going on without them. They're usually very colorful in their speech, their tone, the patterns, what they wear. They want to draw attention to themselves. The third personality type in my inner deal matrix is called the amiable. They're the counterfighters. They're the reactionary ones. Those people are usually role players. If you think of a sporting team, the amiables are probably going to respond and react to people quicker and better. They're usually waiting for somebody to ask them something. So amiable is somebody who might appear to be kind of quiet, kind of shy. If you ask them a question and they know the topic, they'll give you usually the correct answer, and they're very I don't want to say introverted, but kind of. Then the fourth of the 4 is called the logical, and the logical personality type is somebody who's very detail oriented. They understand patterns. They're very methodical. They're very classical, if you will. If you were to think of the 4 as, say, a basketball player, a driver would be somebody who does their 4 or 5 techniques. That's it. They don't really deviate from that. Their game is probably a power game. It's in your face. They don't really like to show off or showboat. They probably have a very high functioning skill set of a very few skills. They don't do everything. They just do 3 or 4 things really well. Expressive, they the slam dunk. They like to get the crowd hyped. Yeah, boy. They're going to be doing the alley-oops, the 360s. They're going to, when they're home, get the crowd hyped with their slam dunks. And when they're on the road at the away game, they're going to shut the arena down. So they're going to not only slam, they're going to probably slam over somebody at a crucial time to get the crowd to go, oh. You can hear a pin drop. So that's what expressives do. They're very flamboyant, very energetic. They like to crossover dribble, break a man down. Third, amiable. Shot blocker. Amiable is also going to be someone who steals the ball. They're very good at anticipation. They're going to be very good at rebounding. They're going to be good at understanding the hidden flow of the game. Not the obvious flow, but the hidden flow, because they're going to be good at reacting to certain body language movements, shoulders, hips, whatever. Bill Russell, one of the greatest NBA centers of all time, won 11 championships in 13 seasons. I'll let that resonate. Won 11 rings in 13 seasons. He's quoted to say when somebody shot the ball, he knew where the rebound was going to go before the ball would hit the rim or the backboard because he studied the game. Amiables are going to react better. They're counterfighters. Fourth category is logicals. Logicals are going to understand the game plan. They're going to practice. They're going to prepare. They're going to study you. They're going to study your opponents. They're going to study the past tapes. They're going to know what tendencies you do in what situations. They're going to know how to break the game down person per person per person, for a quarter, per statistic, per anything you ask them. They're going to know the cybermetrics and understand the theory behind all the stuff. So how does that relate to how to sense a predator? Well, let's go there. If somebody is a driver personality, they're probably going to be straight ahead, hands-on, direct, and probably very bossy. So that personality is easiest to find because it doesn't take much to set them off. And the concept of how to sense a predator is giving people some tips and some insights on what things they need to be watchful of or careful of, whether it's somebody attacking them or somebody in their household that might be attacking somebody else. The driver personality is going to be very direct and to the point. The expressive personalities probably good at lying, covering up a lot of dirt, making up stories, making up excuses better than anybody else. Amiable is probably going to be real slick and stealthy about it. They're not going to talk too much about the sexual assaults or the positions that they can put themselves in to get in trouble, but have an alibi, so to speak. They're going to be very aloof about it. Logicals are going to be very punctual, very time-oriented. They're going to know your schedule. They're going to know the victim's schedule. They're going to be able to pinpoint and have alibis and timings as far as who's arriving and who's leaving. They're going to be very aware of other people that might come into play. So there's a lot of things that go into sensing a predator. And one of the things that this premise is going to do is to help people become aware of that. So once again, this is Grandmaster Griffin of G&G Squared, Gary and Griffin Martial Arts. And we're just going to be broadcasting a few things, hashtag anti-predator, or hashtag GG predator tips, things like that. So we'll be putting together some classes, courses, and some upcoming videos. This is just something I wanted to throw out there. So you can hit me up on Facebook at Master Griffin GMA. I'm out, guys. I'll see you on the next broadcast.